Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Pisces, I'm going to do your summer reading for you. We are using 88 cards, which are 4 sets of major arcanas from 4 different tarot decks. And we're looking at the Wheel of Life reading, the cycle of life reading, Wheel of Fortune, which is, it's all about looking at nature and how it represents different changes in our life, different cycles in our life. So this reading is for those that most need to hear the message. If it resonates with you, my darling, you're simply remembering what you already know within your soul in divine timing. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means the message wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by spirit. Thank you as ever for all of your messages to me. I'm so grateful. And if you would like a personal reading with me, all of the details are in the description box below. So let's move ahead with the reading and let's see where you are right now within yourself. That's the first card for you. Thank you, Spirit. For Pisces, for those that most need to hear the message today or whenever they're guided to see the reading. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please. Thank you. That wanted to come out. That one wanted to come out. There we go. So we have got release, my darling. We have got release for you. So the release card here is the death card. And this is about endings, effectively bringing new beginnings. Things have to leave our lives because in order for other things to come in. And why do they leave our lives? They leave our lives because within our soul's evolutionary path or journey in this lifetime, there are experiences that it goes through. And once the lesson has been learned, the experience has been given and the lesson has been learned, that door closes. It's a moving from one energetic structure to another energetic structure. But within that space of releasing something from our life, it can take time, and it does take time, and it shouldn't be a rush. Because you see, with release, you have to experience the ending, and it's in the experience of it and moving through it slowly with the help of family and friends, you start to see the gifts, the soul gifts within that experience that were designed, and they're already always there for you to appreciate. And I know that's difficult when things are very, very hard, but I want you to take, the spirit wants you to take this moment, if you have not done so already, to see what the soul gift was in this experience for you, because you are going through a transformation, you are going through what is called a spiritual evolution, and you are moving forward. And I feel that you can feel that has happened for you. There is a sense of peace for you. And there's also with this a sense of movement, but with a little bit of magic involved in it as well. And with this card as well, with the death card, this is also that change, this opportunity, this experience has given you an opportunity to change from an old conditioned way of thinking and feeling and believing to a new way of thinking and feeling, believing, and nothing really can stop the death card. That white horse there is the color of clarity. It's the color of clearness. It's the card of transition and change and moving forward for you. And although this has been an end of a chapter, something new is coming in for you. So that's a really lovely space that you are in right now. It says on the front of the card, endings that lead to new beginnings, the need to release situations or people that hold you back, and spiritual transformation. So just for a moment, just look at the situation you're in at the moment and dig deep into your feelings at this time, because sometimes the confusion that we feel in changes in our lives comes from not looking at the deepest motivations within us, the deepest reasons why we do certain things or we feel certain ways. And that tends to go to unhealed trauma, unhealed hurts and wounds that have been inherent within us for a very long time. So that's the release card for you, my darling, the death card. So now let's look at your environment at this time that is impacting you and see what messages Spirit has for you there. Thank you, Spirit, for sorry, not for Virgo. Why did I say that? For Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So ancestor. Okay, so this is a very interesting card here for you. Number 7. Number 7 in the traditional tarot is the Chariot. Okay, and so that is about a sense of progression, because you have got here. I'm sorry. It's it's a sense of progression, but it's also a sense of movement forward. Thank you, Spirit. I was about to go off on a tangent there and they stopped me. But this card is the card of, remember that sometimes within our lives, this is the environment, okay? This is past trauma. This is a family kind of situation, or it can be past trauma from past generations. And remember, darling, that all of us, within our soul's journey, within our soul's path on this lifetime, we've generally done it many times before. And we have played different parts on this journey, and we've been different people. But all of it is a progression, and everybody is doing the best they possibly can within their level of awareness of who they are and what they know about who they are. And this is the question to ask yourself, who am I? And I know that sounds a silly question to ask, but the I in us is the identity and the personality that we've created. And we've created that because we've been taught to create that from a very, very little person. We've been taught to create that identity, that personality. We've been taught to be consistent about that, to fit into society, to do all sorts of different things. And what that has done is put us into a space where we feel that we are separate from everything else. We feel that we're completely separate from everything else that's around us. And actually, what experiences you've been going through with this death card is to show you, to demonstrate to you beyond reasonable doubt that you are connected to all that is. You are life itself experiencing itself. You are aware that you are not just that identity and personality, but there's something else. It's almost like that sort of, when we were little, we believed in fairy tales, and we believed in the magic of fairies and dragons and all sorts of wonderful things. But there has been a residue of that left within you and within many, that is it true? Do I believe it still? But trust in that magic. Trust that just because you can't see something in your life doesn't mean to say that it's not there, and that anything that you find that's weird or wonderful or connected in your life is to show you that you are connected to all that is. You are life itself experiencing itself. You are the universe. That is your soul within you. But with this card as well is to look at the generational impact that might still be energetically connected to you at this time. And that, all of us with our parents and their parents and their parents before them have all done the best they possibly could from their level of awareness and from how they experience things as a child. And nothing is ever personal as well. So that's the environment card. I hope that is helping those. It is Spirit is asking you to forgive. And within the forgiveness, it is remembering without anger, it's remembering with understanding, and it's remembering, thank you, with compassion as well. That everybody's relationship with themselves is the trigger for their relationships with other people. But then how could we get to know who we are? How could we get to have an awareness of ourselves unless it's in relationship to another? So that is where the gift comes in. What is it that you've learned about yourself? What is it that you've grown with and evolved with and expanded with through whatever this is that you're being asked to forgive? And to forgive is to do it for yourself, because it gives you peace. It releases and it gives you peace. Thank you, Spirit. So now we're going to look at spring for you, my darling. And sorry, not spring. We're going to look at winter first of all, and we're going to look at what it is that you are being asked at this moment in time to just rest about, to just, again, release. And I would imagine something to do with this will come up again. But it's a very necessary time in order for you to be ready, just like the soil is ready for the new shoots of growth, for whatever shoots of growth changes that is happening for you in your life. So to rest, and you've got here the Justice card, okay, number 8, the Justice card. And the Justice card is about, I think you're seeking and searching. What I'm feeling is you're seeking and searching for, and how may I say this, Spirit, for answers to things, but answers that might justify the way that you're feeling about a situation, as opposed to what is the absolute divine truth within it, because this is the divine truth. And it says here the words fairness, the law, and karma. So within this justice card, it's about discovering the truth, and it's about the truth that changes everything for you. And the scales here about the cause and effect of, you know, life itself. And so what Spirit's asking you to do is to make a decision and make choices by acting with an awareness and an intent that you wish to understand all sides of the story. You wish to be fair. You wish for there to be a compromise, because when we act within a space of thinking that we know the truth, then we're not allowing what is really truthful, what is the feeling behind the feeling in this situation, or the soul gift in this situation, to come forth. So it's about almost, and you know, in the olden days, I'd say in the olden days, it's quite sweet, isn't it? I feel it was in sort of Rome, they used to have those that were in the justice system. In order to make decisions, one would be blindfold and one couldn't hear. So it's about understanding that just because you can't see something in front of you doesn't mean to say that you can't hear it. It is the balance of listening. It's the balance of seeing through something. You know, when somebody's eyes are you can't see, they can hear better. So just trust on your senses in this situation. Try and see through it at this time, and trust that within the space of you standing back and detaching yourself and saying, what am I meant to learn from this? What are the gifts of this? What are these gifts for me in this opportunity? Because this is your universe, darling. And all of this is unfolding for you in order for you to come into a great awareness and expansion of yourself. What is that I may be missing in this situation? And within that space of stepping out of the ego pain body into your aware state, saying this is all happening for me, you then allow the divine law to step in. And that's the justice card here for you. So that is the winter card. So just take a break from trying to find things that are factually correct or right there in your face, and actually just allow this to develop naturally, allow it to develop within divine law, and allow the right information to come to you in the right time, because you'll always be told the answer at exactly the right time for you. So that is the spring card for you. Now we're going to, the winter card for you. I keep saying spring, I'm coming into spring now. Spring is what is beginning to grow. What is the little shoots of tender growth that are coming through for you now that Spirit would like for you to tend to. Ooh, okay. So we've got the Lovers card has appeared for you. So there has coming into your life something, and this can be about a love relationship. It can also be about soul family, soul tribe, intimate friendships, relationships where you feel that extraordinary connection. And of course you do, because your souls have intended to meet within this lifetime. And the Lovers card, my darling, is a card about trusting in love. Okay, it's about choices that you make now that have long-lasting decisions or ramifications for you. It's about commitment to something, and also what in your life that you are attracting to you now. What is it that makes a good relationship for you? You know, a great love commitment, a great partnership, you know, trust and belief in one another, the freedom to let people be as they are. This is two areas of your life duality coming in for you right now that are linked very strong spiritually and positively, whether this is family or this is romantic, this is friendship, whatever this may be for you. But this is beginning to happen. Something's beginning to happen, and it is being guided by the universe here. It is your soul's intent. It is your soul's path. And remember that it takes two. This lovely expression about, you know, the yin and the yang balance. It takes two to know yourself. It's the duality. It's the interdependence in relationships. And when you see relationships as an opportunity for your growth, for your happiness, for your peace, for your awareness, then the understanding of that relationship takes on a whole new expansion. So that is what is beginning to grow. That's really lovely for you. Okay, so now we're going to look at the summer and what is in full bloom, full flower, full fruit that you are joyful about and happy about and appreciating. Thank you, Spirit. There we go. I wanted to fly out there. Balance. So lovely card here with the balance card. This is obviously the Temperance card. This is your appreciation now of things, of choices that you are making, and also your appreciation of what's there right in front of you. And whatever that might be, you can see it and it's ripe for the picking. Do you see there the blackberries there? Blackberries are also very, very good for you. So whatever this is that's right in front of you, Spirit is saying it's very, very good for you. Keep doing it, keep picking it, keep enjoying it. And she's a wise old woman who's picking these blackberries. So it is something that is coming from your intuition, that divine source wisdom within you. Have fun with it. Trust within this space that you are doing that with the continued letting go and balance that you are coming into now, that aspect of yourself where you're bringing in your spiritual side into your everyday life. You are beginning to see solutions to problems, and also you're beginning to get more solitude time for rest, time to yourself. You're not feeling now that the need to fill your time with doing other things, and you're also ready to fly in new directions as well. So this is beautiful, darling. I think this is just what's potentially holding you back a little bit is maybe the unfairness of the situation. And I want to tell you something, and it's when we take responsibility for ourselves and we decide that we're not going to be a victim of this anymore, we actually forgive, we let it go, we surrender it with the understanding it's given us so much more on a deeper spiritual level. And within that space and taking responsibility for ourselves, we then are empowered. So I think this is the last shift for you to release yourself from this happened to me. No, this happened for you, in order for you to come into this space with new beginnings, with things, with the lovers coming into balance as well. This releasing that you have been doing, and there's just a little bit more releasing to be done. So we're going to look at autumn, which is also about releasing, but it's also about abundance, because it's sort of early autumn is the harvest as well. Thank you, Spirit, for Pisces. Thank you. I want to come out. Transformation. There we go. Realizations, life change, and freedom, liberation. This is the Tower card, darling. So there was within your life an energetic structure in your life that served its purpose, and when it served its purpose, it collapsed. And you haven't, I know there are things that you've been holding on to energetically, but your soul willed for this to happen, and so you have actually allowed the new expanded structure to come in for you. And that's why the Lovers card is showing there, and the Balance card as well. Little things, magical things that are right in front of you to see and to pick, and that are really good for you. So you have not held on to this old structure of your life. And actually, when we have succeeded at something and the mission has been done, the soul mission has been done, we see it as a success in our life then, rather than a failure when there is a big life-changing event that happens. Because that tower had to come down in order for the new structure in your life. You know, what we might consider disruption as actually significant life change for you. And the beauty about life change is that everything is always changing and evolving. And when we're aware of that, we're then not so scared of the change and of the unknown. And you felt guided in this situation, haven't you? You felt that although things have turned upside down for you. It has been something that has allowed you to feel a sense of relief in the decision that you have made. And I feel with you that this you're beginning to feel, or you are already strongly in that feeling, that your life is now going to be better because of this change, because of this transformation, because of this structure within your life, or an old way of thinking and believing, an old existence for you. It's done now, and you're now moving on. So this is wonderful. And I'm going to pull one last card for you, Pisces, to see what that card was left behind, to see what last messages from Spirit are for you now, darling. Thank you for Pisces. One last message, please. Thank you, Spirit. And my goodness, have you received insights during this time as well? It's still not completed. Do you see with the little hourglass, the little glass there, the sand is just there. This change, and your sand represents a shift and a change. It's not completed yet, but it is transformational. And I think this release that Spirit is asking you to do, that's sort of still energetically attached to you, is going to be the final piece for you. And look at this, the Star card. And this is about the blessings, darling, that are coming in for you. And I want to read what it says on this card. Have faith, the future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. I want to just focus for a moment on the word challenge. We rise up to the challenge as an expression, isn't it? You have risen up to this challenge. This challenge has been a challenge, not a problem. It has been a challenge, as challenges are designed to allow us to grow, to learn. And that is a very big word that has jumped out at me for you at this time. So this Star card represents both the releasing that you are doing at this time. Do you see the water pouring away, which represents the emotions? But also it represents something for you long term that you have been, is very, very precious to you as well. And it is a promise of those things to come for you. And what else is in this card that I can see there? There are the birds flying there, and the birds in the background there. They talk about the ability for you to not be afraid now to fly, the freedom to fly, the freedom to fly in any direction that you would choose to go in. And it's about you looking in that direction now with optimism, with a degree of optimism. And this is something that is your soul's, it is now the growing awareness of your soul's essence within you as well. So what a lovely reading for you. And your steps forward look beautiful, darling. So I trust that has helped those that have come to this reading. I look forward to doing another reading for you soon, my darlings. But in the meantime, enjoy my daily readings. So much love to you, and take care. Bye-bye.